Hi guys, in this video we will learn how to add role and permissions module in Laravel application. So let's get started with an example and step by step we will do it. So you can see that over here I've already downloaded fresh Laravel application that's called Laravel roles folder, and here is my env file, and you can see that I've already configured my database configuration, username root, password root, and database is Laravel roles. Let me go to my php myadmin. You can see that there is already called laravel roles over here. Okay, and let me run the migrations. So let me go here and I will run migrations over here, php artisan migrate. You can see that, and now let me go and refresh. You can see that users and all the tables are there. Now first of all I will install laravel ui with the bootstrap. Okay, so simply go here and I will go to the laravel ui and simply I will install this composer command. Simply copy and paste and run it, and let's wait a moment to install laravel ui. Okay, after install let me go here and you can see that I am also going to install auth. So simply I will copy this, okay, with auth scaffold. So simply clear this and I will hit enter and I will say yes. And now you need to install npm install, and let's wait a moment to install npm. Okay, after install I need to simply say npm run build. Okay, and it will build all the files. So it's just a bootstrap npm error, but that's not worry about. And it's installed, and let me clear it and I will simply say php artisan serve. Okay, now let me go here and I will say localhost 8000. Yeah, there is one error that's got manifest. And now let me go here and go to the my welcome blade file, and here what I will do, simply remove this and always keep this style. So yeah, and if also remove this because this is by default error when I install laravel ui. Yeah, now you can see that perfectly fine, and you can see that there is a registration button. If I click on it I will register one user, Hardik Savani, and I will say savani@gmail.com. 123456789, 123456789. Click on registration. You can see that simply I register and redirect to the dashboard over here. Okay, next I will create users module. So like insert update delete over here, so later we can add roles based on the users. Like user, when you create the user, at that time you can also select the roles. So first of all what I will do, simply create users module. So simply go here and I will create resource controller. So let me go here and I will say php artisan mac controller, and I will say user controller over here. Okay, and then I will simply say resource. Okay, and click on enter. You can see that it's created controller but resource controller. Let me go here and you can see that there is a controller, user controller, and that already provide index, create, store, and all the methods. Same thing I will create resource route over here. So simply go here and I will simply say route colon colon resource and simply say users. Okay, and here I just need to define user controller colon colon class. Okay, I don't need to define array. Save it. Okay, and at the end semicolon, save it. And now let me go and I will simply run php artisan route colon list. Yeah, user controller doesn't exist because we need to use over here namespace. So I will say user controller, save it. Okay, and let me clear it and I will run again the list command, and you can see that they simply created users create, and this all. Okay, so let me go here and resource, there is already defined layouts because we use the laravel ui. Simply go here and once install it, so simply copy this a link, and here I will be simply say manage users. Okay, and here I will be simply remove this role and all. and here I will be simply define route. So I will say route users dot index, because I'm just taking from here. You can see that users dot index route name, save it. Okay, and yeah, id also I don't require, so save it. Okay, and now let me go here, refresh it. Let me run it again, the project. So php artisan serve, refresh. Yeah, you can see that, but it's double drop down, so I think I made some mistake, so I will say li. Okay, and what I need to do, yeah, I will copy from here. So I will say copy, and I will entire take this, I will copy this. Okay, and here I will be say route, and here I will simply say manage users, save it, and I will remove from here. Okay, save it. Now let me go here and refresh. You can see that manage users. When I click on it, nothing, because you can see here it's redirect over here. Simply go to controller and index. Okay, simply let me dt, and I will simply say users, save it. Okay, and refresh it. You can see that inside the user, so that means when I hit users url, it redirect on index method over here. Okay, so first of all, what I will do, I will simply get all the users. So I will say users, I will use user model, so I will say get all. Okay, and then what I will do, simply I will return view from here. So I will say view, I will create users folder. Inside that I will create index file over here. Okay, simply I will use user model over here. Okay, and I will also pass compact, and I will pass users variable over here. Okay, now what I will do, I will create one folder that's called users. Okay, inside the users I will create index.blade.php. okay, yeah, you can see that, and I will copy this home blade file and paste it over here, and I will simply say users. Okay, and then I will simply remove this entire thing. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh. You can see that simply users, but there is nothing over here, and this is very small. So what I will do, simply column d 10 I will make it, refresh, it's much bigger. Okay, now what I will do, simply print all the users with bootstrap table. So I will say table, bootstrap table, and I will say name, email for now. Okay, and then inside the t body I will simply for each loop, and I will simply say users as a user. Okay, and I will simply say and for each. Okay, and then I will say tr and td. So I will simply say user id. Here I will say name, here I will say email, save it. Okay, now what I will do is simply go here and refresh. You can see that only one user over here. Okay, now I will add one more button over here, that's called create user, and you can redirect on create page. So simply go here, and here I will be add a tag. Okay, and here I will be add route, that's called users dot create. Okay, and that will say create user. Simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here, refresh. There is a link, but I will add some class over here, that's called btn success. Okay, and when you click on it, it will redirect over here create. So what I will do, simply return view, and then I will say users, and then I will say create blade file, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and I will create another blade file over here, that's called create.blade.php, save it. Okay, and I will copy again index page over here, and here I will say create user. Okay, and I will remove everything over here. Okay, save it. Okay, and let me go here, refresh, create user. I will make some spacing. Okay, so I will say margin bottom 3, save it. Okay, and refresh it. You can see some space. If I click on it, you can see that create blade file over here. Okay, so now let me go, and here I will be say back, and button will be info. and I will say users index, save it, refresh, so I can go back as well. You can see that create and over here. Okay, now let me go here and I will create one form over here. So I will say bootstrap form. So it simply created, form with the post method, csrf, and then some simply add the name. So I will copy this name and I will add email address as well. So I will say email address column, and here will be email, here also will be email, and validation as well I will add over here. Now let me add password over here. So I will say password, and here will be password, and name will be password as well, and password as well. Okay, save it. I am not going to add a confirm password because for the time, so that's the reason. But if you go here and let me clear it, and I will run again route list. So I will say list. You can see that we already have a store method over here, so I will use store route. Simply copy that and I will add over here. Okay, so simply say route. Okay, for the post method, save it, and now it will redirect over here. So I will simply dd and I will simply say request, and I will say all, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. Let me run it again, the application. So I will say php artisan serve. Okay, and refresh. You can see that name, and you can see if I click on submit, you can see all the data coming on that over here. Okay, so first of all I will add the validation. So I will say request validate, and inside the array I will add name should be required, and then I will say email, that should be required too, and also it should be email, and password I just say password I should say just required for now, not minimum or maximum length I will define. But if everything fine, then what happen, it will simply create one record. So I will say users colon colon create, and simply I will say simply name should coming from request. I will say name, and then I will say email, and I will take from the request. Okay, then I will say password. Okay, and then you can see dollar request, and I will say password. Okay, password. Okay, save it. Okay, but it's, you cannot store as it is the password, you need to hash. So I will use hash over here. So I will say hash, save it. Okay, and I will simply use hash mac method. So simply go here and I will simply say hash colon colon mac. Okay, and save it. Okay, and then after everything I will simply redirect, return redirect to, I will say route, and I will simply say users dot index. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here and go back, refresh, click on it. You can see that name field is required. I will simply say test user, and I will simply say test1@gmail.com. Okay, and click on submit. You can see that it's created one record over here that's called test user over here. Okay, but there is no success message. So what I will do, simply I will pass the message as well. So I will say with, and I will say success, then I will say user created, simply save it. Okay, now let me go to layout. I will define globally so we don't have to worry about every time. So simply say in update and all. So I will say session, and here I will be say success, and I will say and session. Okay, and then I will add div and call class alert success, and here I will be define the session value over here. Simply save it. Okay, and now let me go to create page. I also need to remove this, so we don't require this anymore. Click on create user and click on test user 2, and I will simply say test 2. Click on submit. You can see that user created over here. Okay, it's very big, but that's fine for now. Okay, that's fine, the message, but later we can make it properly. Okay, yeah. So now what I will do, I will add action column, and I will also add edit option, delete option, and view option as well. So let me go here, and I will simply say, yeah, I will remove from here because it's not looks great. So what I will do, simply go to the index page, and simply here I will be display, so that way it's fine. Yeah, simply go here and remove. Okay, save it. Okay, and now what I will do, I will add another column that's called action. Save it. Okay, and here I will be simply say td. Okay, and here I will be add a tag. Okay, and I will simply call edit. I will add a class btn primary. Okay, edit option I will add it. Simply I will use route, and that's already defined over here. So let me go here, and you can see that it's already there, the out like users edit route. Okay, so simply go, and I will say users dot edit. You need to pass user id. Save it. Okay, and now what you need to do, simply go and refresh. You can see that edit button. I will also make btn sm. Save it. Okay, and refresh it. You can see that edit. Okay, and now let me go here into the controller. I will simply go, and I will find the user first. I will say user, find from the id. Okay, when it's fine, I will simply return view, and I will say users dot edit played file, and I will compact, and I will say user. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and I will simply say users. Save it. Okay, and now let me go, and I will copy this create blade file over here and paste it over here, and simply I will add the value. Okay, so that's called value, and I will say $user because I can get the user variable. Save it. Okay, same thing I will copy for email. Save it. Okay, and now let me go refresh it and click on edit. You can see that test user test1 and password will be empty over here. Okay, so now what I will do, simply I will use another method that's called update user update route. So simply I will use when post update route, and I will also pass the user id, and method will be put. Okay, so I will say put method. Okay, save it. So it's coming over here inside the update. So first of all, what I will do, I will add the validation what we does over here. Simply paste it over here, and then I will find user colon find, and then I will simply say id, then I will say user name, that will be from the request. So I will say name. Same thing I will do email, and same thing I will say email, and here also same thing I will do for password, because password we make it redirect for now, password, and I will say password. Okay, and then I will simply say save it over here. Okay, save, and same thing I will use hashmax. So I will copy this and paste it over here, and once everything fine over here, then it should be redirect like this way. Copy this. Okay, and simply paste it over here, and then success I will say user updated. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me refresh it over here, and I will say a. Okay, and password 123 and submit it. You can see that user is updated over here. Okay, now I will add another button that's called delete. So let me go here, and I will add one more button that's called class btn danger, and I will say delete. Okay, save it, and here I need to take the form. So I will say form because delete form I need to submit. So what I will do, I will add a method that's called post method and action. So I also need to define the action, that means the route. So I will say route, and here I will be add route from here. You can see that destroy route. So simply copy this paste it over here, and I will form and will be over here, so delete buttons will work. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and here I need to define csrf token, and also I need to define the method, and method will be delete method. You can see over here delete, so I will simply say delete. Okay, save it. Okay, and destroy, with the destroy I need to also pass id, so I will say user id. Simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here and destroy. So what I will do, I will simply find the users, copy this, and simply user should be delete. Okay, and then again redirect to the index page, so simply copy this and user deleted. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. You can see that button is bigger. So what I will do, simply btn sm, so I'm going to use bootstrap. So yeah, now let me go click on delete. You can see that user is deleted. Now let me also do it the show page. So what I will do, I will add another, say, show. Okay, and if I go here, and you can see that that's already created show route over here. So you can see that you need to just use user show route. Copy this, and here I will say user show and info class. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and there is already show method over here. So what I will do, first find the user find, and then I will say id, and then I will simply say return view, and I will say users folder, and then I will say show. I will also pass the compact users. Okay, sorry, not users, user, save it. Okay, and now let me create one more blade file, show.blade.php, save it. Okay, and now what I will do, simply I will copy this first. Okay, and here I will say show user. I think when I edit it, I need to say update user, and now show user. So I will remove this entire thing from here. Okay, and I will simply add one p tag, and inside that strong tag I will say name, and I will simply say, okay, user name, and then I will simply say email, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, refresh. You can see that show button. If I click on show, you can see that name and email. Okay, so now you can see that it's quickly created insert update delete of users. So later we can add roles when we create a user. Okay, now we will create one more module that's called product module, so we can later add permission for the product module. So let me create a migration for it. So let me cancel it and let me clear, and I will say php artisan mac migration, and I will say create products table. Okay, and now let me go here into the migration. So let me go here, and I will say migration, and here I will just take one column. So I will say string, and that's called name, save it. Okay, and now let me run migration php artisan migrate, and now let me go here, and you can see if I refresh it, you can see that products table over here, and I will also create model for it. So I will say php mac model and product. Okay, and now let me go here into the models that already created product model over here. Here let me define the column name. So I will say product protected, and I will say fillable, and I will simply say name column only. Simply save it. Okay, now same thing what we does for users, I will create one resource controller. So I will say php artisan mac controller, and here I will say resource. Okay, hit enter. Yeah, you need to cancel here. I forgot to add the name, so say product controller, hit enter. You can see that product controller created over here. Let me go here and let me show you product controller over here. Same thing, I will create resource route for it. So simply go, and I will say products. Okay, and here I will simply say product. Okay, save it. Okay, and here I will be simply copy this. Okay, save it. Okay, and now what I will do, same thing what we does for users, the same thing I will do. So I will Okay, copy this first. Okay, and one by one I will add over here, so we don't have to do so many things at a time. So I will say use p model product, save it. Okay, and I will remove this one. Okay, and first of all I will say product all, and then I will say products. Okay, save it. Okay, and then I will simply create one more folder over here, that's called new folder, and I will say products. Okay, inside that I will create index folder. Simply go here and new, I will copy from the users. I will say index.blad.php. okay, save it. Okay, and here what I will do, simply say products. Okay, and then I will simply add only one id, and the rest of all I will remove. Sorry, not id, just name. I will just remove the email, keep this. Okay, and here I will say products, and instead of user I will simply say simply product. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and I will say create users. I will say create product, save it, and here I will say products create. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go, and I will also go to the layout page. Okay, and here I will be add another link. Okay, so I will copy this list, and here I will say manage products. Here I will say products, save it. Okay, and now let me go here and refresh it. Yeah, let me run it again, the application. I will say product, refresh it. Yeah, and there is a products over here. So if I click on it, create product, and if I click on create product, that should be redirect on create page. So now let me go here, and I will close other, so we don't have a confusion over here. And now go to the controller. I will simply copy this, paste to the products. Okay, create folder. So I will create new blade file inside the product, save it. I will copy from the index, sorry, I will copy from the users. Simply copy this, paste it over here, and I will remove the password and everything, just keep the name. Okay, and here I will be simply say users. Instead of users I will use products. Okay, simply save it, and here say products. I will say create product, save it. Okay, and now let me refresh it and click on create product. You can see that product create. I will add just name. So same thing, I will go to the user controller over here, and then I will simply copy this entire code. Okay, and same thing, I go to the product. Okay, and simply copy this. Okay, and here just name field be required. Okay, and just simply create with the name. So same thing, I will say product model, and here I will be simply say products, and I will say product created. Simply save it. Okay, and now refresh, and I will simply say product apple and click on submit. You can see that name is over here, but name is not created. So simply go here into the index, product index, and here I will be say name, save it. Okay, and then refresh. You can see that apple product is created over here. Okay, now let me click on edit, and it should work with the edit. So same thing, I need to go to the controller, user controller, edit method. I will copy this and go to the product controller. Here I will say product, and here variable should be product, and folder name should be products. Simply save it. Okay, and now let me simply go and copy this, and I will create edit.blad.php, save it. Okay, and now what I will do, remove everything over here, just keep the name field. Okay, and here what I will do, pro update user, I will say update product, and I will say products. Okay, and user variable should be product, save it. Okay, and now let me go to the users. When it's go to the update, it should be update product. So simply copy this, go to the update paste it, and here just name will be required. Just keep the name for update, save it, and here it should be redirect to the products, and here I will say product. Okay, product updated. Simply save it, refresh, go to the edit. Yeah, it's redirect on users, because if I go to the index page over here, I need to say users, I will say products. Okay, simply save it entire, go back, refresh it, and click on edit. You can see that apple 1, submit. Yeah, user not found because it's redirect on product. So what I will need to do, simply go to the product controller. Here I need to say product model, reload, and click on it. You can see that apple 1, so edit is working fine. I will say 2. You can see that. Now same thing for delete. Let me go here and delete. For the delete, products destroy, and it will redirect over here, product destroy. Same thing, I will copy this inside that and I just paste it over here, and I will say product find, and then variable I will simply change it. Let's say product, and route also I will change products, and product deleted. Save it. Okay, and refresh. I will create one product first, submit, click on delete. You can see that it's deleted. Same thing for show. So same thing, I will go to the user controller and show method. I will simply copy this, go to the product, and here I will be simply paste it. Okay, and now I will say product model. Here I will say product. Okay, and we also inside the product I will add show blade file. Okay, so I will say blade, save. I will copy this entire from users, copy this, show, paste it, and here show product, and I will say products, and yeah, I will remove, just keep the name, and I will say product. Simply save it. Okay, refresh, click on show. You can see that product apple. Okay, and you can see that. So it's done with the product insert update delete over here. Next, we will install Laravel Spatia for role and permissions composer package, so we can manage role and permissions. So let me go here and simply Google it. So I will say Laravel Spatia role and permissions, and if I click on enter and go to the official website, and let's wait a moment to refer, and you can see that there is already tab install in Laravel, and then you can see there is already command composer command to install Laravel permission module. So simply go here and simply copy and paste, and you can see that it will install Laravel permission module over here. Okay, let's wait a moment. Yeah, it's installed, and now let me go. The next step is optional because we are using Laravel 11, so we directly simply publish our migrations and publish our config file. So simply copy this command and paste it over here, hit enter. You can see that it simply created config file and created migrations file. So let me go to the code, go to the config. Here you can see that permission blade file. Here define all the models, tables name, and all the things, so later you can customize if you required. Same thing, go to the database, and they created one migrations over here, and you can see that permission, roles, and all the tables. Now let me run migration. So I will say php artisan migrate. Okay, and now let me go to the database, and if I refresh it, you can see that it's created over here roles table. So you can see that simply name and the guard name, permission, there will be a name and guard name. Same thing, if I go here, there is a role has a permission, so each role has a more than one permissions. Same thing, if I go to the, for example, model has a role, so that means user has a multiple roles can be, and model has a permission, so directly user has a multiple permission also can be. Okay, so now let me go here and go to the again official documentation, and if I go to the basic uses, okay, and you can see that they already given us like how create the role and how create the permissions. So first of all, what I will do, I will create specific permissions for a product module and for a role module that we are going to create. Okay, so first of all, let me create one seeder. So I will clear it, php artisan mac seeder, and I will say permission seeder and hit enter. And now let me go here, and you can see that here is the created seeder. Okay, and here I will be create one permissions array, and I will define the default our permission, so later we can use it. So I will say role list, then I will say role create. Okay, and then I will say role edit, then I will say role delete. Same thing I will do for product. So later I can edit product, I will say product create, and I will say product edit, and I will say product delete. Okay, and then I will simply for each loop. Okay, and then I will say permissions. Okay, and here I will copy, so one by one permission I can get on this variable. And same thing I will go here, and you can see that how easily we can create the permission. We need to use model, so let me go and spatie model, I will use it, save it. Okay, and let me copy this, and here simply I will paste it. Okay, and here let me go here, and this permission variable I will go and add over here, simply save it. Okay, and now let me run it this seeder. So I will copy this php artisan tp colon seed, and I will simply hit enter, and you can see that permission seeder is run. Okay, now let me go here and go to the permission table. You can see that it's created all the permissions over here, roles list, roles create, role edit, delete, and all the permission over here. Okay, and now next I will create role module, and inside the role module I will create role. At that time I can also assign the permissions. Okay, so let me go here into the terminal, and let me create one controller over here. So I will say laravel mac controller, and I will simply say role controller and dash dash resource controller as well. So if I hit enter, and now let me go here, and you can see here simply role controller. Okay, and the next if I go here, I will create same as it is roles, and here I will be use role controller, save it. Okay, and simply use it above as well, paste it over here. Okay, and now let me go to the resource view, and here in the inside the layouts, what I will do, simply go here and add the link. So I will simply copy this, and here I will say manage roles, and here I will be say roles dot index, because we already create resource route over here, so that's why. Save it. Okay, and now let me go here and refresh it. Yeah, let me run it again the project. So php artisan sir. Okay, and now let me refresh. You can see that manage roles over here. Okay, and now if I click on it, that's nothing, because now if I go here and inside the controller there is nothing. Okay, so same thing what I will do, simply go and copy index of the. Okay, but what I need to pass, simply I will say roles. Okay, index, and here I will be say roles. So what I need to do, simply I need to create roles variable over here. So I will say roles, and I need to get all the role. Okay, all the roles. Okay, so how I can use this model, so let me go to the documentation of composer package. So let me go, and if I scroll down, you can see that there is a role model defined in spatie permission models role. Okay, so simply go and simply use it over here, simply save it, and let me create one more folder over here. So let me go and create new folder, and I will say roles, and let me create new blade file over here, that's called index.blade.php. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and I will simply copy users blade file. Okay, I will copy products blade file, products index. Okay, simply paste it so I can easily change it. Okay, simply go and I will say roles. Okay, and here I will be simply say products. Instead of products I will use roles. Okay, and instead of product I will use role, and here I will be simply say create role. Okay, so that means simply for each loop of roles, and then you can see simply there is all the routes defined with the roles, because we already using resource route, so it's automatically defined roles dot show, roles dot edit, roles dot destroy as well. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. You can see that create role over here. Now let me click on that. You can see nothing, because now let me go here, and inside the create, simply I will say return view, and I will simply say roles dot create. Okay, save it. Okay, and let me go and copy, and here I will be create dot blad dot php file, and simply paste it here. I will be say create role, and I will also change routes name roles.index and roles.store. Okay, simply name column right now taken. Okay, now let me go and refresh. You can see that only name column are there for create route, and create role, and then you can see the name. Now here when you create the role, at that time also you need to select the permission. So what I will do, I will fetch all the permissions from the table, and then I will display with the checkbox. Okay, so you can choose the multiple. So let me go here, and I will go and I will use permission models. Simply go here and simply paste it over here, so that means permission, and I will get all the permissions. So I will say permissions, and I will say all. Okay, and here I will be simply pass, so I will say compact, and then I will say permissions. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here inside the create blad file. This is for product, this is for, okay, so here I will do create one other div, that class empty2. Okay, and here I will be simply h3, and that's a permission, so it will be like, different parts, so that's the reason. So here I will be doing for each loop. Okay, and here I will be say permissions. Okay, as a permission. Okay, and here I will say and for each loop. Okay, and what I will do, simply I will add label, that's called, simply I will add the name of the permission. So I will say permission, and I will say name. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go here and simply refresh it. You can see that list of all permissions are displayed over here. Okay, now what I need to do, simply add checkbox over there as well. So simply go and I will say input. Okay, and type will be checkbox, and name will be, I will say permissions. Okay, and here I need to pass like permission name. Okay, so I will say permission name. Okay, and value also I will pass as a permission name. Okay, with the checkbox. Now let me go and refresh. You can see that each we have a checkbox over there. Okay, and now let me go and make one br, so each and separate line. So let me go, and if I go here, you can see that now each one has a checkbox. You can see here. Now if I click on submit, it should go over here. Okay, so like inside the store method, because you can see that we already defined over here roles dot store method. Okay, and now if I go here, I will simply say request all, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh. I will simply test it. Okay, and click on it. You can see that I can also get the permissions array over here. Okay, now what I need to do, simply what I will do, I will add the validation. So I will simply go to the user product controller over here. Simply name will be required. Okay, and then what I will do, simply role column create function. So first of all, it will create one role. So what I will do, name, and I will pass request name. Okay, so that means role will be created over here, and it's stored into the role variable over here. Okay, now what I will do, I will create the permissions as well. Okay, so what I will do, I will go again to the documentation, and if I go to the roles versus permissions and click on it. Okay, sorry, not role versus permissions, but like say, okay, using permissions via roles. So simply go here, and there is already one methods that's called synchronize permissions, okay, from the role object. So simply copy this, okay, paste it over here, and you can see that I need to pass the array over here. So what I will do, simply go, and you can see this is the key. So I will simply remove this entire thing, okay, request, and I will simply say permissions, okay. So that means all the permission will selected permission will assign to this role, okay. Once everything will be done, then I will say return redirect route, and I will say roles dot index, and I will also with success, and then I will say role created. Simply save it, okay, and semicolon also, okay. Simply save it, okay, and now let me go and refresh. Here I will be simply say like reader, and I will simply give the permission role list and product list only. Simply click on submit. You can see that role is created, and now let me go here and go to the roles table. You can see that reader and web guard, and now let me go, role has a permission, so click on it. You can see that there is a two permission given to that role, okay. So you can understand how create with and also attach with the table as well, okay. So now what we need to do, I will also add with over here. So make proper design. So I will say 200 pixel, refresh. Yeah, proper design right now. Let me also set for this. I will say 40 pixel, save it, refresh. Okay, 60 pixel. Okay, yeah, now better. Okay, now what I will do, simply when you click on edit, so you can also change the permission on that as well. Okay, so let me go here, and when you click on edit, it should be again go here. Okay, so close it, this one for now. Yeah, over here, and what happen over, simply go here and simply copy this, and what I will do, simply say role and role variable, and here also I will pass the role variable, and here I will be say roles. Okay, save it. Okay, and now inside the roles I will click, and I will create another blad file. Simply go here and php, okay, and simply I will copy entire again. So okay, I will copy from the create, so paste it over here. Okay, now what I need to do, this is for create, but I will say update role, save it. Okay, and now let me go refresh it and click on edit. Yeah, there is a permissions variable undefined. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to again pass the permission. So simply go here, and same thing what we did for create. So simply copy this and paste it over here, and simply pass again all the permissions. So all the permissions should be listed over there. Okay, simply paste it. You can see that this is the back button, name and permissions, you can see here. Okay, when you click on edit, like if I click on edit, you can see that. Now what I need to do, simply go to the create. Okay, here what I will do, roles dot update. So I change the route, and what I will do, simply I will pass the role id over here. So I will say role id, save it. Okay, and what I will do over here, and method also should be put. So I will say method put, save it. Okay, and here I will be say value role name. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now if I go and refresh, yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, let me go here and let me simply dd it, why it's not there. So I will say role, save it, refresh. Yeah, I can get as well. So you can see the name, then why it's not come there. Simply go here and yeah, input, and I will say value name. Okay, simply save it. Yeah, yeah, it's a create, simply sorry. So I will control x, save, and control, yeah, here I need to just add it. Okay, save it. Okay, and now if I refresh, you can see that reader. And also I made a mistake. So if I go to the create, I will keep store this, okay, and remove this id because I made a mistake. Same thing, yeah, save it for the create. And now let me go to the edit, and here I will say update, and I will pass the id of the role. So I will say role name, save it, and here I will be pass method, and method will be put. Okay, simply save it. Okay, now what I need to do, if I go here and refresh, yeah, there is a problem. Yeah, let me go here and you can see that, yeah, I need to pass id, yeah, because not name. Simply save it. Yeah, there is also problem, yeah, because it's already in curly bracket. So yeah, save it. Okay, and now refresh, yeah, you can see that. And let me go to the inspect element, yeah, it should be one. Okay, so that's url is fine. Okay, now what I need to do, because when you edit at that time also that role should be selected, because that role is already you selected, like role list and product list, both you already selected. So what we can do, simply go here, and there is already method has permission, so that you can check it. Okay, so if there is a has, for example, I will say role has to permission. So I will simply copy this name, okay, and paste it over here. If there is already, then I will say checked, okay, otherwise nothing. Okay, simply save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. You can see that both role are selected over here. Okay, now if I choose create, okay, and click on submit, then it should be also update. Okay, so same thing, go here and go to the update method. I will copy the validation, okay, and then I will simply say role column find and $id, okay, and then I will simply say role name should be from the what we get from the request name, and then I will say role save. Okay, and then at the end, let me go here and into the documentation. If you go here and you can see that synchronize permission, that means what synchronize permissions method does, it will remove the existing permission and re-enter all the permissions. So that means we can use same code in the edit as well. Okay, simply copy this, okay, and simply paste it over here from the request variable that we already getting. Okay, and simply success message. So simply copy this, paste it, and I will say updated. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, refresh it, and I will say create permission. Yeah, you can see that role updated. Let me go here, refresh, you can see that another permission added over here, and let me go and edit, you can see that here. So edit is also working fine, you can see. Now let me create another role that's called test, and I will say select, and now you can see. Okay, same thing, let me go, and if I click on show method, then it should be display all the list. Okay, all the role and role has a permission, so that should be display. So same thing, what I will do, simply copy this, go to the show, and here simply I will say return view, and I will say roles dot show, and here I will be say compact, and here I will be pass role. Okay, save it. Okay, and now what I will do, simply create new file. So I will copy this from product and then paste it, save it, show dot blad.php, back button should show role. Okay, and back button should be role, save it. Okay, and now let me go and simply refresh. You can see that role name is reader. Now also I want to display the permission, so what I need to do, I will say for each of role, and now let me go here into the again the documentation, and you can see that I can get all the permissions using this way, because it's already using relationship. So that's why permission. Okay, and then I will simply say and for each. Okay, and here what I will say p tag, and I will say permission name. Okay, and here I will be simply say h4 permissions. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh. You can see that what I have a permission. If I go back and click on show again, you can see that over here. So this means this is the simple things. I'm not going to do more the design, so you can see that it's simply displayed. Okay, and same thing I need to work for delete. So let me go here, and if I will say index, you can see that it's redirect to the destroy. So what I need to do, simply copy this, find role. So it will find, and simply role will be delete from here, save it. Okay, and then at the end I will redirect back to the index as well. Okay, so simply go here and I will say deleted. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me refresh it and click on delete. You can see that role is deleted over here, and let me go here and I will say roles. You can see that role is deleted and role has permissions. You can see that related to that role permission that also removed from here as well. Okay, so this is the basic root of role and how we can create the role and assign the permissions. Okay, next I will create some roles and then assign to the users. Okay, so let me go and create some roles over here. So I will say admin roles. Okay, and admin should have all, so I will give all the permissions to the admin role. Click on submit. Okay, and now let me create another role that should be say manager role. Okay, and manager should create but should not edit. Simply list and create. Okay, and click on it. So there is a 3 role I created. Now let me go to the users, and now if I click on create user, there should be a drop down, and we can select the multiple role over here. Okay, so simply go here, and first of all what I will do, go to the users, and here inside the create method I will get all the roles first. So I will use role model and get all. Okay, simply. Okay, and I will simply use the model from here. So copy this. Okay, and paste it over here. Okay, and now let me pass it over here. Okay, so that way compact role, simply save it. Okay, now what I will do, go to users, create, and here at the end I will copy this and I will simply say roles. Okay, and remove this home and delete, and here simply I will use select. Okay, and class I will say form select, and then I will say name should be roles. Okay, and then here will be options that's called select role. Okay, and at the end I will say for each, and then I will say roles as a role, and I will say and for each. Okay, and then I will add option over here, so that's called option, and here I will be say value will be role ID, so I will say role ID. Okay, and then I will simply say role name, simply save it. Okay, and I will simply use multiple. Okay, so same thing, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. You can see that there is already multi select option over here. Okay, so you can select multiple role from here. Okay, so what I will do the next, simply go and for example if I go here and click over, and I will simply say request all and save it. Okay, and now refresh it, and I will simply select two role over here, click on submit. You can see that there is a two role over here. Okay, 1 and 4. Now let me go here, this role I need to assign to this new user. Okay, so simply go here, and what I will do, simply go to the role and user, and if I go to the user synchronize roles. Okay, so you can see that that's also add the name. So what I will do over here, simply go and value will be name, save it. Okay, and now let me go back, refresh it, and I will choose another two, click on submit. Go here, you can see that reader and manager. Okay, now what I will do, from the user object I will store into the user variable. Once it's created, then I will assign over here. Okay, so what I will do, simply assign synchronize roles user synchronize roles, and here I will be simply say request roles, simply save it. Okay, now let me go here, and yeah, let me go back, refresh it, and I will simply say manager@gmail.com. okay, sorry, manager, and here I will be say reader and manager. Click on submit. Let me remove this. Okay, save it, go, and if I click on continue, yeah, you can see that like there is no method. You can see call undefined method synchronize roles, because now if I go to the documentation and go to the basic uses, first of all you need to say inside your user table has roles that you need to assign, so that way you can use the method of role. Okay, so simply go here and go to user model, simply go here and simply paste it over, save it. Okay, and let me use it as a roles. Okay, simply go and I will simply say roles, remove this, save it. Okay, and now let me go and I will click, and yeah, it's unexpected. Yeah, save it. Okay, and refresh, and I will say manager 2. I will say manager 2 because it's already exists, so reader, click on submit. Now you can see that user is created with the role. Okay, now let me go here and go to again here, and let me go to the roles. Okay, role has a permission, model has a role, so that means user has a two role over here assigned. You can see that role id 1 and 4 over here. Okay, same thing, let me go here, and if I click on edit for example, okay, and then it should be display the roles, and you can like change it as well. Okay, so same thing, go here, and I will pass all the roles in the edit. Simply go edit, and I will pass, save it. Okay, and now let me go, same thing, I will copy this. Okay, and let me go here into the edit, simply paste it over here, and now refresh it. You can see that reader, admin, and manager over here. Okay, I will remove this so we don't have a confusing. Simply save it, refresh it. You can see that reader, admin, and manager. Okay, and now you can see that already I selected reader and manager, then it should be selected. Okay, so let me go here, and if I go to the over here and user, you can see that here I method has role, so that means what I will do over here, simply I will do user has role, and then inside that I will give name of the role. If it's already there, then you can say selected, otherwise you can say empty. Okay, and now let me go here and simply refresh it. You can see that both are selected over here. Okay, same thing, if I submit it, then what we do, if I go here, we do synchronize roles, that means already roles that assign, that will remove and reassign it. Okay, so same thing, I will go here, simply paste it, save it. Okay, and now let me go and I will keep only reader, submit it. Okay, yeah, required, simply go, and yeah, inside the edit I will remove this, click on submit. Yeah, you can see over here. Okay, and now let me go, click on edit, I will add to role over here, click on submit. You can see that. Okay, so now what I will do, I will remove this. Okay, now you can see manager I will create with only manager role, submit it. Okay, and here also I will display the roles into the index page, so simply go here first and index, here I will say role. Okay, and here I will add another td, and let me go here and go to the documentation again and go to the basic uses, and yeah, let me scroll down, assign role, and let me go writer. Yeah, not here, let me go here into the direct assign permissions. Let me go here and give permission, user synchronize, user can, yeah, basic use, I think that's basic uses. So has roles given, and there is already method that's called get roles name. So I will simply copy this. Okay, copy this and it return the collection. So what I will do, simply for each loop. Okay, and here what I will do, simply paste it over here as role, and I will say and for each. Okay, and here I will be add as a button. So I will say btn button, and I will simply say role name. Okay, and I will simply add the class btn success. Okay, save it. Okay, and I will say btn sm, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh it. Yeah, there is problem like temp property name on string. I think, yeah, maybe only names written. So yeah, it's only will be the array. So simply refresh, you can see that now reader and manager, that is the role assigned over here. Okay, so same thing, so one hd. So what I will do, simply go to the edit, I will assign admin role to that user. Simply go, you can see that admin, this is the manager. If I go to the manager, I will simply say reader. Okay, I will keep reader only. I will also change the email address reader 123456. Click on submit. Yeah, you can see that now we have a three types of user: admin, manager, and reader. Okay, next I will log in as a reader. So let me copy this email. Okay, and let me open in private window, and let me open localhost. Okay, and yeah, let's wait to open the localhost. Yeah, and if I click on login and hit an email address over here, and I will simply add 123456 password. Click on login. You can see that I am login, and if I go to the products, I can see all the buttons, edit, delete, and all. And if I go here and click on edit, they have only reader role. Okay, and if I go to the role, and what is the permission as a reader role, so let me go and edit. You can see only list and product list. Okay, they cannot create, edit, or the delete. Okay, but even if you go here, they can also see edit and delete button. So what I need to add over their blade conditions over there first. Okay, so let me go here and go to the documentation, and there is already defined the blade directives. Okay, and let's wait to load. Okay, okay, now you can see that they already provide the can. Okay, so I will say simply copy this. Okay, and I will close everything over here first, and then simply remove everything. Okay, and let me go here, and first of all I will go to the product list page. Okay, and here I will be add condition. Okay, when you can see the show page, simply I will say and can save it. Okay, and let me add the permission over here. What is the permission for that? So simply role list. Okay, if you have a role list permission, then and then you can see, sorry, not role and list, product list. Okay, so simply copy this product list permission. If you have, then you can see this button. Okay, simply copy this, and I will say and can save it. And here if you have edit permission, then you can see edit button. Simply same thing, I will copy it again. Okay, and here I will say if you have a delete permission, product delete, then and then you will have a enable this delete button. Okay, simply go here and copy this and paste it. Okay, and same thing, I will copy this can. Okay, this can, and if I go here, there is already create button. So if you have a create permission, product create permission, then and then you can access the, you can view edit button. Okay, so I will say and can save it. Okay, and now let me go here and I will go to the private window. You can see that only you can see show page over here. Okay, so you cannot access the create page over here. Okay, same thing, let me go to the roles. Same, I need to add the condition. So same thing, I will go and copy this, go to the role index, and here I will be add if you have a role create permission, then and then you can view create role. Okay, now if I go and can save it. Okay, and now let me go here and I will say and list, and I will say and can. Okay, Same thing, I will go and I will say edit, I will say and can. Okay, same thing, I will say product delete. Okay, and can. Okay, not product, but I will say role. Okay, so simply role, save it. Okay, and now let me go and refresh. You can see that only you have a show page over here. Okay, now let me go here, and what I will do, simply you can also create the role, submit it. Okay, so reader can also create. Then if I go and refresh, you can see that I can view create role. Okay, same thing, let me go here, edit, and remove this permission and click on submit, and now refresh it, and you can see that its button is gone. But now let me go here roles, and I will simply say create. You can see that I can also directly access from the URL, even I haven't given the permission to create role. Then how can we ignore this? Okay, and how can we prevent this user to access the URL? Okay, so what I will do, simply go to the documentation, and there is already middleware. You need to click on it. Let's wait a moment to reload. Okay, now you can see that if I go down, okay, first of all, what you need to do, simply go to the bootstrap app.php, simply go here, and I will simply say bootstrap app.php, and here what you need to do, simply copy this three line. Sorry, you need to copy entire alias, copy this. Okay, and you need to add simply here. So that means we added role permission and role air permissions middleware over here by default from the documentation. Okay, simply copy and paste. Now what you need to do, simply go here, and here you can see that inside, if I go here inside my controller, now let me go to the role controller, simply go here, and I will simply say role controller, and here I will be add another method that's called construct. Okay, so that means before access these, it will comes over here. Okay, so simply remove this. Okay, and what I will do over here, simply go and I will simply remove this. Okay, and I will remove everything over here. Okay, what is the permission? So I will simply say role create first. Okay, and then I will add second argument will be only, and then which method, if you have a create permission, then which method he can access, create, and I will say store method, because when you have a permission of create, then you have a two permission. Okay, I will add given into the array. Okay, sorry, not this, yeah, this in array. Okay, so simply copy this. Okay, paste it, and now let me go here, and I will simply go here into private window and click on it. You can see that user does not have a right permissions, because we define the permission who can access this both method only if you have a permission role create. Same thing I will do for rest as well. Okay, so simply I will go and I will say role list. Okay, if you have a role list, or if you have a role create, or if you have a role edit, or if you have a role delete, then you can access index. Okay, index method. Okay, because index everyone can access, even if you have a list, if you have a role create, if you have a role edit or delete permission as well. Okay, but for edit, you can see edit only you can access edit, and you can access update method. Same thing if I go here, and if, okay, and I will say delete permission, it's only apply destroy method. Okay, if you have only destroy delete permission, then you can access destroy method. Okay, same index, if you have permission, I will also allow show as well. Okay, save it. Okay, and now let me go here, and for example, you can see that create I cannot access, but you can see that list I can access it. You can see the roles /1. Okay, but if I go and I will say roles /1/edit, and if I enter, you can see that user does not have a right permission. But now let me go, and this reader user, let me give the edit permission, click on submit, and now let me go and refresh. You can see that I can access the edit page. Same thing, you can see that we define the permission. So same thing, I will copy this. Okay, and I will do for product, so I will copy entire my construction, construct. So simply copy this, okay, and go to the product. And what I will do, instead of role, I will simply do product. Okay, so first of all, what is it does? Permission. What is the permission? Product list, product create, product edit, product delete. Then it's only access, index and show method. Same thing, if you have a product create permission, then you can access create and store method. Okay, if you have a product edit permission, then you can only access edit, update. Okay, same thing, product delete, then you can access destroy. Okay, now same thing. Okay, and now let me go here and go to the products. You can see I have only permission of view. Okay, and if I say create and hit enter, you can see that user does not have the right permissions. Okay, you can also define your custom, your message and all the things. Okay, now let me go and log in as a manager. Okay, so simply go here and I will copy this email, and let me log out from my private window and click to login. Okay, and what I will do, simply say 123 456, click on login and go to the product. You can see that only show, because in the manager role, let me go to the manager. Yeah, create. So what I will do, yeah, create product. So I will say test. Okay, test new, click on submit. You can see that I can create the product. Okay, now let me log in as I already log in as a super admin. So let me go here as a Hardik Savani, go to the product. I can access everything, edit, delete and all the things. I can delete it. Okay, but this user cannot delete, that can only create. Okay, so I hope guys you understand how easily we can manage the permission given the middleware, and how to define the middleware, how to add the conditions. Okay, so you can easily understand how we can easily define. So if you like this video, then please share to your friends, and please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching guys.